Hello and welcome. The one topic that has seen much discussion time and again is, does the Indian education system have enough quality? Now, when we see this in the context of primary education, many people believe that much is being done to improve the scenario. However, people are skeptical when it comes to higher education. Join me today as we find out the facts, figures, and also the opinions of teachers and students and their take on the primary and higher education system in India and the quality of it. After pursuing her post-graduation in management, Aparna was confident about the next course of action in her career. She wanted to be a teacher. Today, after teaching for nearly 15 years, Aparna has also fulfilled another dream, studying further, and is now pursuing a PhD in management. Having been in the field of education for so many years now, not just as a student but also as a teacher, Aparna feels that there has been a considerable amount of change in the education scenario in India over the years.
The scenario is actually changing, but the thing is, regarding the primary education, yes, India has made a lot of progress towards the towards the attendance rate and the literacy levels. Regarding the higher education, I would like to say that from the year 2001 to 2011-12, almost 20,000 colleges have been added over in the past one decade. But yes, if you compare it with the international universities like the Oxford and the Cambridge and all this thing, yes, it is still far behind.
According to the Pearson Voice of Teachers survey conducted this year, 79% of teachers in India believe that the learning environment has improved over the last 10 years. When it comes to the required skill sets, however, only 50% of the students entering a class have the required skills. Hence, it's not a surprise that 92% of educators believe that learning in the Indian context is highly exam-oriented rather than outcome-focused.
Our current education system is not quite delivering on the right kind of skill sets, or it's not focused around delivering to the right kind of benchmarks for the of the learning, so to say, for the learners. Very clearly is a pointer to a problem. So across the survey, the teachers have pointed out various things, and they specifically talk about a few enablers which they believe are the right kind of things that should happen.
Pearson's survey is backed by data from other reports by World Bank and the Annual Status of Education Report 2013. According to findings by World Bank, although the net enrollment rate in India has crossed 85% when it comes to primary education, the quality, however, has not improved drastically. When we shift focus to higher education, India has added nearly 20,000 colleges in a decade. From 12,800 colleges in 2001, we now have over 33,000 colleges. According to British Council, while the figures have improved, there are still many challenges in regulation and quality control in these colleges. While there are exceptions, many, however, are perceived to be substandard. And just what does the youth perceive about the quality of education in our country? Let's find out. We have with us students from SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. So since y'all are pursuing higher education, my first question goes out to y'all. Like, what are the facilities that are available or not available in higher education in India at the moment?
Just before facilities, I just want to say that the primary problem with education in India is that people have their set preferences. The thing is, they want to be engineers, they want to be doctors, and their whole world revolves around just this. They do not want to explore beyond this realm. Secondly, there's a problem of infrastructure. There isn't much research happening, both in terms of quantity and in terms of quality.
So, but then what about the quality aspect? Like, do you think something needs to be done about the quality?
The thing is, India is right now at her youngest best, and although we have a wide talent pool, but we also have a very deep one. People are not willing to settle for mediocre institutes. So rather than increasing the intake of best institutes, which will further dilute their brand, we need to focus on developing the quality of the existing ones so that we can increase the pool which is perceived to be a good opportunity for people to get educated in.
So when it comes to the quality again, now we have seen in the world rankings, none of the Indian universities come within the top 200. Why is that the case? I mean, are we lagging somewhere behind?
Actually, I was reading about these World University rankings few days before, and to be honest, we have to take it with a pinch of salt, all these rankings, because they have certain criteria. So for example, if you see, the first criteria is they actually look at the number of students that are there in the institution. So in India, when you see the number of students in a particular institution, they're very less, because the institutions are very focused on a theme. For example, we have proper B schools, we have proper technical school vis-a-vis the other big universities abroad like Harvard, wherein you have students from different backgrounds, as in like management, technology, you can talk about art, science, and different fields. So that is one of the points where we do not fare up well in rankings. Second, the number of citations you talk about. So that is also given a maximum weightage when it comes to rankings. India is not a research-oriented country, so the number of citations are actually very less. So that is also one of the reasons why we are not faring up well in rankings.
So when we're talking about the teachers, how many of you want to be teachers? You do? Okay, just one hand. So why do you want to be a teacher?
I think most of us here would agree that the crux of the problem that we are talking about right now lies in primary education. The way kids perceive education these days is not like how we used to do back in those days, and let alone our parents. And we can never say what's coming ahead. So if there is some innovative thinking behind teaching them the basic fundamentals, I would like to expand, I would like to contribute in that field probably, and change the way kids see these days the subjects that they are learning.
While we do need to focus on the quality of education being imparted, the first step to that would be training the educators themselves. A couple of factors that all teachers score high are receiving training on new teaching methodologies and staying updated on the latest technology that can be used in classrooms. But these aren't the only ones. Let's listen in to the opinion of our educators when it comes to some of the crucial aspects of higher education.
So sir, my first question is to you. What is your take on the Indian education system?
Catering to the huge number which we have of a youngster, we have done a lot of things to increase the gross enrollment ratio in coming days. But during this expansion, which is a very massive expansion, and still there is a gap, because there is a supply-demand gap which will always exist because our numbers are so huge. And it's a complex country. Now, during this expansion, we could not able to manage the quality of education. And I think the issue now is how we can deliver a quality education in coming days.
So since quality is the main focus, how can we improve it?
We will have to deal it in two phases. One, how to deal with the educating the masses. Second, how to give specialized education. Currently, we are blessed because we have the ICT developments taking place with which we can afford to conveniently, even with our low resources, through distance education, provide expert lectures and expert knowledge to those who want to have specialized education. And those who are not educated at all, first generation education required, those masses need to be treated at a fundamental level.
So how do you go about training your teachers?
Not so well trained teachers is a challenge for us currently. That is one aspect. Second aspect is we always keep hearing the industry complaining we get students who are not suitable, who are not employable, skills are just not right as per our requirement. But till when do we continue with this pattern of just complaining and then adjusting? Somewhere some policy decisions taken, industry's intervention happens, and happens in a structured way, it will definitely bring results.
So while we have come a long way when it comes to the number of reforms or the number of educational institutions across the country, India still needs to make much headway into the quality of education provided in these institutions. On the other side of this short break, Lakshmi brings us the story of an organization that is making a world of difference. Stay tuned.